Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is April 26, 2022. And today is Tuesday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, gold tumbling below 1900 for just a second and then bouncing above it. But first, no major economic events scheduled for today. However, major U.S. companies coming out with quarterly earning reports, including Microsoft, Google, and Amazon before the bell around 3 o'clock South African time. Now, looking at the major markets, starting out with the Forex symbols, the major pairs pretty much catch themselves from falling further down while the South African Rand tumbles. Looking at the indices, the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ both bounce as well. Commodities, gold sells off, as we mentioned. Oil trading lower. And looking at the stocks, they're trading together with the indices. So they did bounce, but the question is how long? And lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin back above 40,000, rallying back. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So this just in, looking at a daily chart of the Euro USD, falling below that 1.072. That means it's a new low for the year. And if we look at it, let's take a look at a weekly chart. Wow, we're back. Look at this. We're back. We've made a 2-year reversal exactly from where we were 2 years ago with the pandemic coming out. Look at that. 106.87 is where we're at. Now, this is multiple yearly support levels. Okay, at 104 obviously being that bottom range of it, but that's as bottom as you can get. I mean, look at that. That is severe. Question is what is it about? I mean, possibly with what's going on between Ukraine and Russia as well. Now, looking at the Gbp Usd, also trading below 130. That's just falling out of bed. Look at that. I mean, just really very weak here. Looking at the Aussie US dollar, relatively strong compared to the other bears, but still did retrace as well. And lastly, looking at the Rand, trading at 1580 this morning and just pushing that limit on the upside. Now, monthly chart, we're not where we were in 2020 when we hit the high of 19 for Rand for $1. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Now, looking at the commodities, gold trading at 1897, dipping below that 1900. Look at that. I mean, nobody would have anticipated it, okay, especially not me, as this has really been a roller coaster of a ride, okay, over the past 3 to 4 months. And this is something to really take in and to really absorb. Now, looking at crude oil, also trading here at $98 a barrel, still within our parameters, okay, nothing really, jumping out at us right now, so just keep that in mind as well. Now, looking at the Dow Jones, trading a little bit lower here, 797, 796, and down about 200 points from this morning, as this is really correcting itself after a nice rally back from 33,300 up to 34,000. Talk about volatility. This is it. Okay, as the markets are selling off. Looking at the NASDAQ also on this low. If it breaks 13,200, that's a very important level. Okay, we're only about 200 points away from that. So with Microsoft and Google coming out with their earning reports today, that might be something to look out for. Now, definitely look out for. Apple did gain yesterday. Okay, all the stocks gained yesterday. Microsoft, Facebook also gained a little bit. Microsoft bounced finally above that 271. But this is in a really very precarious place, because if they don't beat their earnings, if their earnings are down, then we could see further pressure on the downside. Amazon also did bounce yesterday. So, I mean, the bounces were across the board. The question is whether or not they're sustainable, okay? And that we'll find out only with the earnings reports later today. Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin, trading at 40,563, back from the brinks. I mean, this is really trading in a range, bottom range, making a new range here at 38,449. Nice little rally up yesterday. But it's, it's still choppy, okay? There's no rhyme or reason to this. It's just trading really in a sideways kind of position. So just keep that in mind as this is still unfolding. So major economic events today with the U.S. companies coming out with the earning reports, so just be aware of it. So it should be very active in the afternoon. This is Fred Razak, and wish everybody a great trading day. Thank you.